You believe your dad that some people kidnapped him?
Yes.
Checking to see, what these guys, if they left anything.
Yeah, it didn't happen here. We pulled out and it happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, and it's just basic missing person 101.
I did that. I figured when she said, she said, she goes, Dad, I'm going to go file a missing person report. And I was the last one seen with him.
Yep.
And I said, okay. And so I figured sometime, if not today, tomorrow, you guys will be talking with me. So,
If we could just start again with what happened.
so we came here, we unloaded, we pulled out
And you're driving this
the white Escape with a U-Haul trailer. Yeah, they went to Arizona first. Somewhere, he wouldn't let us know where they were at. Somewhere in southern Arizona.
Yeah.
And then from there, they were there beginning of August, I think.
Yeah.
And then they headed up to Washington, somewhere in Washington.
Okay.
Again, he wouldn't let us know. Cordelia said to me it was somewhere in a small town near Spokane. That's all I ever got over.
Okay.
And they just came back.
They got back on Wednesday?
Yes. We got back Wednesday. And
Do you know about what time they showed up?
5:15ish.
Okay.
At 5, I was putting laundry in. I was washing my sheets, so Cordelia got up like that. She asked if she could stay with me while Bryce stayed somewhere else. And so I said, why don't
Are they
you?
not getting along? Or?
No. I don't care for him much.
Okay. You drove right up here from the house.
Yes.
Unloaded. Well, how long did that take?
Oh, 45 minutes maybe. Maybe. Because he was looking at stuff and trying to figure out if he was going to keep something or take something. And I think there was one bag in there too, clothing bag or something.
Okay. And then you left here.
We left here.
And where did this interaction happen?
It happened just right out here. We got out, got this down, started to get up to speed, and the lights came on, and it happened right down here.
And you said you're not good with cars, because you don't know what they were.
It wasn't, the one was a small, kind of like your size there,
Okay.
or something that size. I tell you the truth, I didn't see what the make was of that one.
But there was lights on them?
No, there was
Emergency lights?
yeah, there was the ones that come up front. I didn't see anything up top.
Mm-hmm.
But there was the ones that came on there, and then the car, it was kind of a dark gray, and it kind of looked like the new cars. And I said, yes, it is.
Which vehicle did you end up in?
The white one.
The white.
The white Ford Escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Bryce ended up in which one?
The dark gray, whatever it was.
He was driving the white.
Yeah,
Escape.
yes.
But which vehicle did you end up
Oh, the SUV.
Okay. And Bryce was put in which one?
The gray car. Taurus looking.
And was there a cage in this car?
Not in the one I was in. It looked from the inside. It was plain Jane. It had a small in the center on the center console. It had a small looked like computer or something, but it was folded down.
Did he say anything to you when Bryce?
No, he didn't. When we left here, he said thank you for your help, and that was it.
Did you guys have any other conversation?
No, I asked him on the way up here how the drive was. He said nice, decent.
Okay.
It really, I didn't care to talk with him. Most of the time we've ever talked, and I can show you messages where I've never, except for, one time last spring, I didn't see the bruises. My mother-in-law did, my daughter did. I just said, if I ever see another bruise on her, I said I won't be having words with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the end. But there's been so much conflict from his side, and I can show you messages and I didn't respond any bad way, but just.
Did Cordelia not want to come with, or what was the deal? How come she didn't come with? No.
Said she was smelly and stuff and needed to shower.
Okay. All right.
How did you know she was coming back?
She called me. She called me Sunday and said, Dad, I'm going to be back in a week or so. And I was like, oh, sweet. She said, what's going on? She said, well, things just fell apart out there. And then that was Sunday during the day. And then Monday, she called me and she said, Dad, we're coming home tonight. And I said, what? She goes, yeah, we're leaving tonight. This thing's turned really bad and we got to go. she knows.
Did she ever expand on why when you said things are blowing up out there?
No, she didn't. She did once they got back here, and after this went down, I went back because I thought she was going to be taken too. I figured when I got back to the house, she was going to be down.
So you're thinking there's just something bad that they got into out there?
Out in Washington, or I did hear the two when the guy was taking cuffs on me. He did say Arizona. He did say Arizona. So when I got home, I said, "What the hell happened?" I said, "What's going on?" I said something. I said, "Bryce has been arrested." I said, and they were saying Arizona. And she's like, "Dad, nothing." Well, then I did get out of her that the cops were called a couple times, but it was because she went to work with bruises on her face.
Do you think Bryce is involved in drugs at all?
I'm sure. Well, I know he's a hardcore pot smoker.
Okay.
And Cordelia smokes too.
And did he have a phone with him?
I didn't actually see it. I didn't actually see it.
You're just Cordelia's telling you
Yes.
he had two phones?
Cordelia had two phones. Because then Cordelia's got the one that was another thing. When they left here, he made her leave her cell phone that she always had for years here. So the smartphone, he's like, we're not going to be tracked. So they bought flip phones.
I don't want to see you get jammed up.
No.
I mean, was there anything to do with Bryce's phone today and you?
No, nothing, sir.
Any idea why that's happening?
I do not know, sir.
And Beth said that she said
That Bryce said on the way back that he had a feeling that somebody was going to get arrested when he got back. She said the FBI. Cordelia actually did.
from what I gather, you're telling me, so it sounds like Cordelia and him right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Does he have any reason to
Just disappear?
or make it look like he's disappeared?
I don't think so. I don't think, no. 'Cause, I mean, she said they were going to be going back to Montana to work. And that they were, I mean, he was very, what's the word, possessive of her. And, he was, all her phones, or all her emails and everything went through his phone so he could watch who she was talking to. I think her Facebook, everything was going through his phone so he could screen everything. I just said, like I said, Sunday when she had called me.
The investigators then asked Michael for his phone so that they could examine its location data and confirm where he had been on Wednesday evening as the last person to see Bryce.
Well, like I was saying with the phone, again, it's totally up to you if you want to do that. I mean, what we can do is we can go down with the dump it tonight and bring it, I'm assuming we're going to go back down to the car again.
Yeah.
We can bring it back to it there tonight. We've done it that way. Things that we'd be looking for on is just the coincides with what we're talking.
Yeah.
As far as the location data, where you are, what's around. I'm just
Yeah.
the phone with you that night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, it should show. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
That it's a piece of evidence. That
Yeah, I got home, we ran to Brainerd, I actually went back to my uncle, up in Nisswa. Yeah, I remember that.
on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
After all this happened, or
Yes.
and you've never had his phone? You weren't in possession of it today.
It was in the vehicle.
Okay.
I took it. I did take it. And I just wanted my daughter to get away from him.
Dad's Mike, right? Talk to Dad about your relationship with Bryce and good things, bad things.
Bad things, tense things, I guess. But
What'd you tell Dad about Bryce and your relationship?
well, so in perfect honesty, Bryce told me everything about his past. He explained to me. So of course, in the relationship, I know, right?
Tell me about his past. What did he tell you?
Well, so he was sexually assaulted when he was a kid. And he had not good parents at all. His dad was a meth head and his mother was abusive and his father was abusive as well. She also got an abusive step-husband, everything else. So he spent most of his childhood locked up and been in other things.
You told Dad that?
No, the only thing Dad found out about was just the brief stint as apparently a offender. He tried telling me that, throwing it in my face that, do you really even know him? Do you know everything about him? And he's pissed. And he said he's not. He is never somebody. That is not a truth.
Dad didn't like that he thought Bryce was offender.
Yep. Well, and it started some heat because my dad actually was an ex-offender.
I know your dad for many years.
But he had that, and of course that got dropped when the term or the duration filled out. But that was something that was brought up as well, that I was a offender. And it was actually a shock to me because he likes to say that as kids that there was signs or whatever, and that we knew or something, but I don't actually recall knowing that and knowing for a fact that I knew that was a label on my father. But
How did Dad feel about Bryce being in his mind anyway?
yeah, not the best about it. So
When did you find that out?
that was in June, just before we would have been leaving.
So how's your relationship with Dad?
Fine. I talked to him more than I talked to anyone, and I didn't really talk to anyone while I was gone. Anyone will tell you that. No one really had any communication with me.
Other than Dad?
Yeah, that's about it.
How often do you talk to him?
Once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Once every couple weeks?
Yeah, it was never more than 10 minutes
Are
of
you
a phone
his-
call.
Are you his only?
I'm his eldest. He's got 2, but I've always been a daddy's girl. Headbuttingly as that is.
Yeah.
And of course, he's dad, so he thinks he can just play protector. And I'm worked up and irritated and
Yeah.
crabby.
So you guys decided to come back to Minnesota. Did you tell anybody?
There was less than 10 people that knew. It's weird because the men that took Bryce said something about that. They said something to my father about how there was an outstanding warrant in Arizona, and they mentioned something about Washington, which we didn't even know about the warrant.
How did
But
Dad say that he got Bryce's phone?
if I'm being perfectly honest to you guys, I screamed at my father and just left my aunt's house because I just found out that information.
He dumped it in a garbage can.
No, he failed to tell to me that he had both of Bryce's phones, as far as I was known. And,
Both? No.
or just the one, and I don't know. I didn't even get to see.
Were we still needing to find a phone?
He had Bryce had 2 phones on him. As far as I was aware, he had 2 phones, and the phones were taken with him. I just found out less than a half hour ago
So why-
that my father had one of them in possession, or had a
he
phone.
threw him in a dumpster. So have you talked to him about that?
No, I screamed in his face and told him I'm not sleeping at his house again, and that's where I'm at. He told me, 2 things he told me. First, that the woman in Washington who's pressing charges on Bryce due to property damage, he said that he convinced her not to press charges on me too, apparently. And then he also told me, yes, that he had possession of, I don't know if he said both phones or just one, but he said he had possession of a cell phone and that he was worried someone was tracking it and that they were going to get a hold of me or something too.
So how did he explain this kidnapping thing that he's explaining?
Well, at first, we thought it was the cops. For all extensive purposes, when he showed up and explained it, he explained it like the police took
When
him.
exactly did he show up and explain it?
Just after 6:30 maybe.
On
On Wednesday.
6:30 p.m.?
Yep. They were gone no more than 2 hours. I thought he was sitting at a police station somewhere.
You know better now that that's not true.
Yeah, up until yesterday, that's what I still thought, and I was still waiting on a phone call just to hear. In all honesty, I don't even know now. It could be the mob or something that picked him up. I don't even know.
So you believe your dad that some people have kidnapped him?
Yes.
So from our perspective, what do you think common sense kind of tells us?
That something shady is going on. That's how we all feel, is that something shady is going on right now.
Because he wouldn't just leave you.
No, he wouldn't just leave me. And of course, the seed has been planted in my head that I'm questioning about my father as well, because
The last one with him.
yep. The only thing that came across as suspicious and a red flag in my mind is that Dad made a comment twice about me staying home and him and Bryce going unloading the trailer. That's what I was told. I'm gonna stay here and shower, and Bryce and I will go unload it. And he popped it the first time, and I don't think I really even said anything definitive or commented, but we got talking on something else, and then Bryce came in, and then he asked again, and that's what him and I agreed upon. I was like, okay, that's fine. You two can go unload the trailer, and I'll stay here and I'll shower.
Who's that by the truck right now? Is that Mike that's
Yeah,
at
he's
the back of the truck?
looks like he's putting ice in the back.
So it's a sandy, previously dug area that they broke off branches and stuck them in the ground,
Fresh leaves on
and
top.
then fresh leaves on top. But it's,
This is probably animals.
we put
Digging?
kind of dug down with their
No.
boots about 6-8 inches and don't see anything. But this is probably, I mean, it's really odd.
Do you want us to start digging, or do we want?
Well, I think if we get a probe of some sort to start with, and
They're live now, so they can see.
would be great.
How's yours and Bryce's relationship been?
Good.
Okay, any abuse or anything like that?
No, not really, no.
Not really?
Talked to Dad's Mike, right? Talked to Dad about your relationship with Bryce and good things, bad things.
Bad things, tense things, I guess, but...
What'd you tell Dad about Bryce and your relationship?
Well, so in perfect honesty, Bryce told me everything about his past. He explained to me, so of course in the relationship I know, right?
Michael was arrested for the murder of Bryce Brogel and initially charged with second-degree murder, but was later upgraded to first-degree premeditated murder. His trial took place in 2024 and the jury found him guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.